Thanks that I can be here and speak to you. I have to make a comment because it's already the second Jellyweek. The first Jellyweek was 1 year ago. It was on the European level, and the second Jellyweek was in this January, and this was a worldwide event with 223 hosts in 24 countries, and it was really a huge wave, and I want to share the story with you. The next Jellyweek will happen in the next January in 2013, and I'm searching for partnerships and new connections with different networks for develop this thing to a higher level. So I start. My enthusiasm is about people, about networks. For me, the online media, they are really tools for me. It's not my focus, but I'm enthusiastic what we can do, or what we can reach with it for these people. For me, it's important to connect worlds. It could be geographical worlds, but also cultural and mental worlds. So I want to, I think this is the introduction. I have to say, perhaps for you, what is a jelly? Jelly is coming from co-working scene. It was a fun name for a spontaneous work gathering, free of charge and accessible. And it can happen everywhere, on a boat, in a co-working space, in an office, in a home, or under the sun. How I developed this and how everything started. There was the Co-working Europe conference in 2010, and it was really the first gathering of a bigger community or international community here in Europe. I think also in the US, where the co-working movement is is riper, or there even wasn't a conference like this, and I think it's also the kind of European culture to make gatherings like that. So it was like this. I was enthusiastic about the people who were coming to the conference, and if nothing would have happened, the people would have met 1 year later. So it was not very satisfying, and after the conference, I had this idea to start a decentral event to continue with the connection of this very valuable community. And it was like November, this conference was in October. In November, I started the promotion, and in January, this was the result. This is the card with the hosts. At that time, it was with 48 hosts in 14 countries, and it was really like pushed via a viral campaign. It was about local events, occasional Skype conferences, occasional visits of other jellies, press attention, and also good communication and connection via social web. Because it was a viral campaign, there was also someone from Tokyo, perhaps he's hearing us, is Kyo Satani from Pax Co-working. He was participating, and this gave me the idea to do the next event on a global scale. Yeah. And for real, the Jellyweek 2012, it was in this January, was a worldwide event. I was also 1 year riper, so I redefined the aims of the event. The aim was to build up more personal connections, to explore together the sense and obstacles of worldwide collaboration, to connect other sectors and movements with a worldwide co-working infrastructure, because sometimes it is also a narrow scene and it has to be broader. The aim was to create new synergies, a huge win-win situation for all recent and future participants. And the aim was also to broaden the definition and the target groups of co-working, and altogether to open up a rich field of open innovation for networks worldwide. The result was this. Also, it's not a long time ago, and I'm happy also that I could make this review for today, because I hadn't time after to digest all, and it's also for me impressive. Yeah, 223 hosts from more than 24 countries from 6 continents were participating. Then it was very nice. I had a collaborator, because the other event was pushed by myself. And now we had a core team with 2 people. We collaborated very intensely together to build it on a higher level. This is Billy Schroll, and I think he will hear me in Berlin for this very interesting and fruitful collaboration. We made a huge overview about all the participating jelly, as it was really about social capital. Genau. Then we had this playful logotype, and it was very amazing to see that the people used it and remixed it like this, the Italians. Then, yeah, there was a Facebook group with 600 members, and it's still there to continue the projects and for sure to prepare the next Jellyweek. Then there was a huge communication via Facebook group, Twitter, and related blogs. And a strong sign for the success of the Jellyweek was a big buzz, and also the first criticism around the event. It was really like a wave of enthusiasm around it, in that period. And the people, they asked me, continue, don't stop after the week, we have to continue with the activities. And yeah, it was unbelievable. Then we had really an amazing press resonance from all over the world, even if we didn't make active press work. On here, well-known blogs, GigaOM, Shareable, in Corriere della Sera from Italy, and the Times of India as some examples. Then, yeah, this stands for a very important thing, that there was an active group in this big jelly community. The jelly events were local, but we also used all this online stuff to connect internationally, and we had regularly hangout sessions, and we talked about optimizing global communication and collaboration, and we built up personal relationships with people all over the world who want to continue with the world. It's very, very valuable, and thank you for the people who hear me. I think we have built up something very strong. Finally, there was big openness towards possible participants, which is very important for myself, who wanted to participate. No one was refused. The only requirement for a jelly gathering was access without charges in the spirit of co-working and global collaboration. This led to an impressive bandwidth of participants from business center over co-working space, university, sustainability initiatives, to free jelly networks in coffee houses and home offices. Another result was the beginning of project work on the international level. People developed and shared projects with a common global interest. I, as an organizer, didn't had the time to follow all this because it was a huge amount of information. But if you can study these things online. There are very interesting projects which can be continued, and it's very interesting. You must study it. I've written there that not everything was implemented or continued, but it gave a very good taste of the new possibilities. For example, there are some projects I want to show as examples. There was a nice lady, Leila, from Brazil. She defined the project of a jelly kilt. She asked people from all over the world to send a piece for the jelly kilt, and she was sewing it with live stream, and she communicated all this via web, and I think she has also the idea to send the kilt to travel around the world. I think I have there was a logo type contest. There was the beginning of creating partnerships between jellies and co-working spaces. There was the idea of a jelly hack. It was, it's like, a hackathon for creating collaborative tools for the co-working community. I have so many interesting things here to tell you. Dann lasse ich das mal weg. Here's the question: because people named the Jellyweek as a movement, and I think the energy was like that during and around the week, and I think that the Jellyweek has the potential to become a movement, but more on the long run. A movement is pushed by many actors over a longer period. These resources are not yet built up, therefore it's not yet a movement, but an event with the potential of a movement. initiatives like the Jellyweek and the worldwide co-working infrastructure are part of a bottom-up globalization. Small actors from profit and non-profit sectors are beginning to play the game, which huge organizations are used to play without them since a long time. These new, small, decentral actors of the globalization 2.0 are real game changers. Everyone already knows that, but the small actors have to do a lot of catching up structurally, mentally to become powerful. Ja, ich weiß nicht so richtig, wie ich aufhören soll, weil ich habe noch total viele gute Sachen. Also, I think it's not possible to extend a little bit.
You got 2 minutes if you want.
Yeah, 2 minutes is too. Also for me, it's really important to continue the work towards sustainability of structures. Also for me, it's also an important question. Now I take only the headlines because they are so important. Who is included in these communities and who's not? For the further development of Jellyweek and other things, I wish that we ask us these questions. For example, the Jellyweek, why was the Jellyweek like it was? Also, me as an organizer came from Europe, so a lot of jellies were organized in Europe. Then the co-working movement is strong in certain regions, US, Asia, and so it spread, or the jellies were spread over there. Ja, ich weiß nicht, jetzt ist irgendwie, during the Jellyweek discussions, we observed a lot of difficulties and problems and barriers we have to talk about. It's like the world languages. There's not only English. How we should deal with this, we should deal with technology barriers. Some regions are totally excluded if we continue to communicate like we do it. For example, very interesting, this is the, wie heißt das, Verbreitung, also the blue regions, there's Facebook as main social platform, and in the other ones, there are different platforms we don't know, and there were no jellies or participants are there. Then these are regions with conflicts. What does it, how does it affect our collaboration with them? What is about the time zone problem? Yeah, and what will happen? Das ist alles sehr abgekürzt, very short. Also I shortened a lot of things I wanted to say. What will happen in 2013? We want to put it on a higher level with you. We want to integrate more regions, more different networks. We would like to develop the online platforms. I think there are some partners also sitting here in this room to co-create on this. We want to have more physical exchange. This means to make tours in the continents, like bus tours to different places. We want to organize a summer camp in, I think, July, August. We didn't fix the date, to build up a core team and to create the next Jellyweek. It will happen in South France in a very beautiful environment, and everyone is invited to join the core team and to work on the next level of Jellyweek.
Thank you.